I doubled my total views in the last 30 days. Comments went up 5x, and people are watching 30% longer. I didn't add a new strategy. I did it by deleting 90% of the things on my calendar. Most men in their 40s are stuck because they keep trying to add. More strategies, more hours, more noise. It's a trap. To actually move the needle, you don't add, you delete. My name is EJ. I've built 3 companies and I have rebuilt my life 4 times. I just spent a little over a month in Spain to try this deletion method. I teach this to my clients, so I had to walk the talk myself. This is how I did it. Number 1, you say no. To have priorities in life, you have to have 1. You can't have 5. Look at it this way. I brought 3 cups here and a water bottle. This is a 1-liter water bottle. Assume all of the cups here, they have a capacity of 1 liter as well. What happens if I pour all of this water into these 3 cups evenly? I get 1/3, right? So this water bottle here represents your capacity and your energy, your actions in life. And then once the water is here in these cups, that's the output. If I want to maximize my output, meaning fill up this cup, I have to pour all the water into one, not spread it evenly. And this is the thing when we have 5 priorities or 3 priorities in this case, because we divide our attention. It took me 45 years literally to understand this. You can be smarter than me because it takes an unreal amount of effort and time to get good at something. According to my theory, it's 10 years. Whatever yours is, I don't know. But if that's true, you have to really put all your eggs in one basket. People who tell you to diversify, those wealthy people, that's all bullshit because that's not how they made their money. They made their money by betting on one horse. And then once they are there at the top, that's when they start diversifying. So step number 1 was to say no. In my case, I had to say no to a bunch of daily stuff. You know how it is with kids and your family stuff. You go to the grocery store, you cook, and then you pay the bills and all of that stuff. So your concentration gets disrupted all the time. And I haven't really been that good at concentrating at one thing at the same time, so to say. So I had to really make this drastic move. Of course, my kids are older now, and I've spent the first 19, 20 years prioritizing them over my business. So now comes the time when I can actually make a move like that. But many people, even if they are in that position, they don't have the courage to actually say no to a bunch of stuff. Okay, you're gonna disappoint people. You have to say no to your kids for a short time, of course, so that you can move the needle. That's what I was willing to do. So I came here to Spain where I like spending winter time so that I can actually prioritize some work. Okay, that was step number 1. Step number 2 is that don't try to manage your time. Create a calendar, document it. Because the old truth goes like this. If it's nowhere, it's not a priority. If it's not documented, it's nowhere, right? So that's what I do. And here, the next illustration is basically, I'm gonna show you what my calendar looks like. So let's draw a vertical, kind of like a calendar rectangle here. Basically, I wake up at 7 in the morning, and usually at 9, I eat breakfast. And then at 11, I go to the gym. At 1, right after gym, I go and have lunch out. And then I come back and I work until 5. Then I have dinner. And then I keep working again, basically, between 6 and 9 o'clock. And I go to bed at 11. So if we look at the number of work time slots on my calendar, I'll show you right now. That's what it looks like. So there's lots of work-related time blocks. And what you can probably notice that they are long enough. So I basically have 3 elements on my calendar. I have train, I have eat, and I have work. And of those, work is the dominant one. So in the morning, I work basically between 7 and 11, then I go to the gym, and then in the afternoon I have 1 to 5, and again in the evening I have 6 to 9. So that's 4 plus 3 hours. Isn't that roughly 11 hours a day? And that's 7 days a week. That's how I do it. So one more time, that's what my calendar looks like. Very simple. Say no to a bunch of meetings, say no to a bunch of other stuff. And the only exception is those client meetings that are typically in the evening slot, because most of my clients are in the US and I'm in Europe. That's how you put together. This is extreme simplicity. And it took me literally, like I said, 45 years to understand this, because we keep adding a lot of stuff into our calendar, into our life. And it's never going to work. So trust me on this. So it takes an unreal amount of time to fill this cup and effort. Lots of water, first of all. And then after that, you just have to keep it simple. Just execute. Make sure that you get good at that one thing. Step number 3 is really that grind. I kind of mentioned that already, but like I said, if you're willing to put in a lot of work into something, you better make sure that that's something that you truly enjoy. Because I'm the biggest believer in passion and being even obsessed with that one thing that truly matters to you. And I think I'm a good example of that. I literally work every day because I like it. I don't have to do it. This is what I want to do. And this is a good way to test it. Ask yourself, would I be doing this even if nobody gave me any money for it? Would I be talking to you guys, making these videos? Would I talk to my clients and try to help them? I would do that. I actually just told one of my clients, this is probably not a very smart strategy from a business owner, but I said to him that, look, if you ran out of money, that's how much I care about you. I would still want to help you, even free of charge. It's not to kind of score any sympathy points. That's not the thing, but it was just my way of showing that I care about him as a client and I care about what I do. I actually love it. I only do those things that I enjoy nowadays. I'm 49. So that's all I had today. Very simple stuff. So if you want to take your results to the next level, say no. Put all those time blocks on your calendar, 3 times 4, and then do it 7 days a week, and that's it. But you really have to discipline a lot of people. Say no to a bunch of stuff. Let certain fires burn. That's really the thing. That's all I had today. This was my last video from Spain. The next one comes back from my home base where my kids are. So I look forward to seeing them. I enjoyed this. I hope you did too. If so, please hit the subscribe button and ask yourself, what's that one thing that I can delete? What is that one thing that I can say no to? That's where it all starts. Thanks a lot.